Okay, so second rant video podcast, whatever. Is it even a podcast? It's gonna be like less than 15 minutes, probably. I don't know. So this is about fuck. Okay, so in this video I'm gonna swear a lot. So kids, if you're watching this, you should continue watching it because it's good for your health, for your education. I mean, we're gonna say like poop, shit, stupid. You need new words for your vocabulary. All right. Okay, so let me talk about Bakugan. Talk about Bakugan for Takara Tomy Asian version. Okay, so what's the difference between Takara Tomy, like us Asia Pacific faggots, compared to Spin Masters? Well, Spin Master is like first wave. They released like 50-60 plus different Bakugans, three or more starter decks, and a booster pack. Meanwhile, for us, it is now like, there's no wave, because the way Takara release things, like one product or two product a month, and yeah, kind of been teasing us like a lot. Okay, so we have like this thing, which is like we have like this. It's like it just came out like 5 Bakugan. Then after that, it comes out the storage case, comes out the battle arena, and start their set. Okay, starter set is the only way for you to actually get deck. It's just kind of weird. And then you have I'm not good with names, so you have those two, and then you have these two, and like that is all the release till June, and now we're like at May, and there is still no booster packs or new starter decks of any kind. Okay, so what are they actually trying to do? Okay, now I'm gonna like transition into something else. Okay, here we are at the transition. I actually took a small break because like new Attack on Titan was out, so I had to like watch that, see how they adapt it. So enough of that. So here we're gonna talk about like how Takara Tomy actually is handling Bakugan. So we talk about the products. There's no decks, no booster packs. There's not a lot of choices of Bakugan. And right now we have the first event. And in the first event, it's basically like a demo session where you have a bunch of kids just playing Bakugan. Okay. I recently just watched like the World Championship for the old Bakugan, and oh my god, that's like the fucking work of art right there. Like so boring, so cringy. Just roll the ball, it stands up and all that. It just makes me really grateful for the Baku cores, because Baku actually work. Like I was surprised, actually fucking works. Like compared to the gate cards. Though gate cards sound much better. They could make it like gate chords, or they could rename it like gate chords or something. But Baku core does. It's fine, because Baku means like explosions, or like fusion core. It's like top open core, I something like that. Okay, so what's good? What's good about Takara's marketing? Okay, what's good about it is that I've heard a lot of complaints of Spin Master, like a lot of complaints. You have no idea, like the way they distribute their stuff, the way like things are like out. It's like some Legion has like everything, and some they don't even have Bakugan, and some they only have like first wave or second wave. They're just stuck right there. Like that is not a right way to handle a game like this. It's either everyone gets it at the same time, or like no one gets it, you know, something like that. Because when you do that, you have scalpers like everywhere where they can just stock up on the stuff. And my screen went to blank. Okay, so yeah, where was I? Scalpers. Okay, so scalpers in general, you know, bad news, whatever. But I'm glad that Picard's taking like this advantage, like okay, yeah, it may seem annoying that nothing's really happening, but actually a lot of things are actually happening. Like, okay, so you have the you have the storage case. The storage case actually comes with an action card. You have DX How Core, which comes with I think it's a flip card, yeah. And then you have the Battle Arena, which like you know, the Battle Arena, this thing right here, which comes with a Aqua's Dragonoid, and that comes with an Aqua's card. And all of that is basically useless if you have no booster packs. And with the experience Takatomi has in Wii Cross and Duel Masters, which are pretty decent games, it's just that the way that it's marketed, you know, outside of Japan, it's like basically non-existent. But in Japan, from the things I've heard, they were like amazingly balanced games, especially well, especially you know, something like Bakugan, where like, you know, almost everyone knows what a Bakugan is. Like, if you ask them what a Bakugan is, they're like, oh yeah, I heard about it. If you don't know what that is, then you know, just show them the ball turns into, you know, monster and shit. So they automatically know what it is. So that is like pretty good. So what I'm expecting is that they would mix all three sets and release their sets on their own. Heck, they can even do it a little bit like a Beyblade thing, where it's like random boosters, and inside the random boosters there's like card packs and also a Bakugan. Like, there's so much potential on what they can do. Though I'm pretty sure they're kind of like testing the waters to see what's going on, which is interesting. Okay, so you have the kids and you have the adults. So if this thing just if the booster packs are out, I'm gonna guarantee like almost everyone who plays card games is probably gonna like jump ship into this. Like, I have played this game. Obviously I really like it a lot, and I actually shared this game with like other card gamers, and they even like it a lot. Like, they really do. And it is something fresh, because, you know, instead of just cards, you have like 3 balls, and you have magnets, and you know, you have to like know where to shoot, because if you actually miss, that is like really painful. Like, if you're up against a Pirates deck and you miss, wow, that's like GG, man. If you miss twice or 3 times against the Pirates, you're almost guaranteed dead. And you lose so much, and you lose your cards, you lose your deck. Can't draw into things you need, you know, like and this is like a combination of Magic and that one Power Ranger game. Okay, so that's the upside for us. And right now there's a few more things that's on the upside for us. Is that, okay, see, like, there's like a bunch of kids playing this game. Though it might scare off some players and be like, oh no, you know, this game is like a bunch of kids play, so I kind of don't want to play it. No, it's not really. Like, it's actually good for them. It's really, really good. The fact that they only have Bakugan makes it easy for them to jump ship into TCG, especially when like we're in this era of like a lot of people who are like not interested in TCG anymore. Like, they really aren't. It was like a big deal back then in like 2013, 2014, and as of right now, it's been declining. So it is a good sign that kids is taking a liking to this. It's just that because of the magic element, the land element, it's really hard. You know, like, that's I still think that the best card game for kids to start with is Buddy Fight. But well, Bakugan can be a start because like kids have a hard time to even learn Magic in the first place. But like Bakugan, like that's like Magic plus something else. Not saying Bakugan is as matured as Magic, but you know it has that land resource management, and I can't wait to actually play with kids, cause like you know kids are just gonna go full on Pyrus Dragonoid, and you're gonna play all the damage cards. You're gonna play all the double damage cards, Twin Strike. I think it's called Twin Strike. I'm not so sure. Like the thing that doubles everything. And you're gonna play like Dan Kuzo, and they play like 100 copies of Dan Kuzo in their deck, and they think it's okay. So, you're limited to a 40 card deck. And then I can't just wait to just go with Ventus Control, Ventus Model Control, and just teach them how it's really done. How a deck is built, how everything is done, all that. Like it reminds me of the first time I actually started TCG. Like control decks, beat down decks, aggro decks, all that stuff. Like all these keywords, that you don't normally hear. I mean, sure you hear them in gaming, but it's not always there. Rush decks, all this like keywords, and learning about card sleeves, learning about like playmats, incredible world of card games, accessories. Wording, play, everything, timing, they're gonna be like tap 2, tap 1, all that, and they're gonna be like, oh, what's that, you're like, oh, it's like a thing from Magic, like people who play Magic, they like, came back from Force of Will, and then like, they say it, so you just say it, and then you shuffle your card, so you shuffle your hand, all this stuff, it's a really fun thing to like spread to kids, like. There was one time where I kind of like just hand shuffle, and they're like, "Oh my god, how do you do? Oh my god, how do you do that?" It's like some sort of a magic trick, Like obviously, if you do know magic, it's 10 times better. So, like, just think about like all those like things that's already in the card game, and then you kind of mix them up with you mix them up with Bakugan, which like you can do trick shots and whatnot. Although most of the card gamers that I have seen so far do not do trick shots, they just push it off like that, and that's it. I know trick shots are really risky, but it's kind of like a yo-yo kind of thing, where like the more you do it, the more consistent it is. So can you just imagine like trick shots, and deck building, like timing, all that combined together, like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. Like there's a lot of ways to do that. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of cheaters as well. There's gonna be some to like spray some WD on that Bakugan. There's gonna be some that tries to open the Bakugan and like make the magnet stronger. But what are you gonna do? You can't stop cheaters. It's just what it is. So overall, you shouldn't be like, I shouldn't be stressed out over this whole like TCG slowing down. Just wait it out and see how it goes. But if Takara told me, don't really want to do TCG, then well, because right now like it's like Takara just it's kind of Takara is like promoting this thing like it's Bidaman, Bidaman where like it's all DIY and shit, where like you shoot like bottles and you shoot like cans, and this thing is like like at the back of the box to shoot like it's like shoot like distance, shoot like you shoot distance of 3 cards, distance of 4 cards, and some weird other distance like you hit a can, something like that. It's just so weird. Yeah, those things, they work for Japan, they really do, but they don't work for like a country like Malaysia, where like our currency isn't like always high. Like for Japan, it's like for Japan a Bakugan probably just costs them like a meal. For us, Bakugan costs us like 4 meals, sometimes even more, because we can get like really cheap food here actually. So yeah, just imagine like one meal for Japan, and then for us like three to four meals, maybe even more. If you're like amazingly budget, maybe even like I could say eight meals. One Bakugan is like eight meals. So if you think about it from that perspective, then it's not really worth it, especially when if you're spending that much. Actually, want a valued toy, a toy that's like high quality, lasts you long, has great gameplay, all that, like But yeah, that doesn't work for us. But if according to my predictions, Takara does release TCG, does fix it up, because we have this like really good system where, like, let's say Spin Master fucks up, and Takara Tomy is like a second a second wall, something like Attack on Titan, where like the Colossal kicks off the first wall. So what happens? So everyone trains harder. Everyone's prepared for war. For the Colossal comes for a second wall. So everyone's like all buffed up. Everyone is like all ready and shit. So that's what I mean. Like we don't have this for any other card game. We don't have this for Vanguard. We don't have this for Spotify. We don't have this for Fourth of Will. We don't have this for Magic. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you can implement that. But this has two formats. Some of the cards, some of the effects, some of the B power, they are already different. So they are making minor adjustments. In a way, it is kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh. But the thing is, they don't alter that much from Yu-Gi-Oh. They don't alter that much from Yu-Gi-Oh. But this, you can alter it. You can alter it because the altering is already coming, because like we have different releases from them. We have different releases from them, and we have one deck. They have like 3 decks. Although out of the 3 decks, we picked the best decks. Like I actually played the deck, and I actually I went and saw videos of the other decks, and I must say it's just like the best deck to choose. So that's that. It's just that I'm just nitpicking because like they don't really have cost ones, but that's perfectly fine. Well, what else do I have to say? What else do I have to say? Well, basically not much. Just that. I just hope the booster pack comes out. I hope the booster pack actually comes in the booster box, unlike Spin Master, because Spin Master is a kind of booster pack. It's just like a booster pack, and it's not set, so it's really hard to do sharing. So I'm pretty sure it will, because they did that with V-Cross, they did that with Duel Masters, so they are experienced. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Although I do say a lot of fuck in this thing, but like this is one of the more professional videos I've done, I think, maybe. Yeah. So if you like this video, share it. If you don't like this video, you just share it too, complain about it. I'm pretty tired now, I'm out of voice. I actually think I need a glass of water, and I need to nap. So, good night. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.